Good afternoon, everybody. Before we start, can I please ask that we all take a moment to silence any electronic devices? And if I could also ask that you refrain from taking photographs. We do have a professional photographer front and center who'll be taking group and individual photographs of the graduates. And these pictures will be available immediately after the ceremony on our school website, and you can check that for details. Can I please invite Ella Bernier to the podium to offer this year's invocation?
Good afternoon, everyone. As we stand here today at the end of our high school journey, a journey filled with challenges and achievements, hardship and laughter, lifelong friendships, and remarkable growth, we are here today celebrating what's been accomplished. We ask that each of us from the graduating class of 2023 is recognized for our accomplishments and uniqueness. We'd like to thank all teachers, families, friends, as well as any others who provided us with their support, guidance, and wisdom in helping us take the strides to have gotten us to where we are today. May we all feel proud this day, celebrating our achievements as we close this chapter alongside our families, friends, teachers, role models, classmates, and our community. We are all thankful for our opportunities along the way that allowed us to learn and to grow, preparing us for our first steps into our next chapters. We ask that through our ongoing growth and our wisdom and our lives that we build community wherever we may end up and forever remember the important part of the MCI community we are today.
Thank you, Ella. That was beautiful. Mums, dads, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, alumni, and members of the wider MCI family. It's a great pleasure to invite you here this afternoon. Maine Central Institute was founded in 1866 as a feeder school to Bates College in Lewiston. So it's with great pleasure that I want to welcome you all to MCI's 154th Commencement Ceremony in honor of the class of 2023. Today, MCI serves 320 students, 188 male and 132 female. We are a town academy. We are a private school by charter that serves the public interest. We support 232 day students from Pittsfield, 159, Burnham, 35, and Detroit, 29 students. I can share that this year, after detailed, honest, and collegial negotiations with the board of Maine School Administrative District 53, we have signed a new 10-year contract through to the 30th of June 2033 to continue to serve these three towns as their public high school. A result based essentially on a simple truism. Our joint fate is and always has been deeply connected and entwined, and we will rise or fall together. At heart, MCI is not only geographically central to all three towns, but psychologically and temperamentally as well, with generations of alumni passing through our doors from the local community. There are class of 2023 students sitting here today whose parents met while students at MCI and whose grandparents attended the school as well. A further 9 pupils attend as private day students from Athens, Canaan, Concord Township, Dixmont, Fairfield, Northport, Skowhegan, and Stetson. 3 Maine students live here on campus as boarders and hail from Brunswick, Presque Isle, and Searsport. Our final 81 students are all boarding students from Pennsylvania and Iowa and 20 nations: Belgium, Brazil, China, France, Germany, Guatemala, Hong Kong, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Montenegro, Myanmar, Norway, Rwanda, South Korea, Spain, Tanzania, Turkey, Ukraine, and Vietnam. Additionally, you should all know that MCI is the hub of a synchronous dual enrollment diploma program that supports 200 students from 12 partner schools in Taiwan. 19 of those students from 5 of our partnership schools, following a 3-year program of study, graduated a few days ago with MCI diplomas and are also now MCI alumni and members of the class of 2023. Deservedly, they have also received our heartfelt congratulations, and we wish them every success for the future. This, then, is the essence of the special source that is Maine Central Institute. It's an historic, multifaceted day and boarding school located in the midst of a supportive community who recognize and value the transformative importance of education, that is international in outlook and cosmopolitan in appreciation of different races and cultures. In other words, we are stronger and always will be because of one another. Thank you. The 64 members of the MCI class of 2023, you are now a part of that history and that tradition. And as you prepare to embark on new adventures, I just want to share a few final thoughts that might in some small way prove helpful to you. And truth be told, I've pretty much left you bereft of advice this year, excepting to remind you that perfection is non-existent and that it is our idiosyncrasies and differences that make us conspicuously interesting and special. So, Tongman-sak, what can you tell me about Noah's Ark?
A bloke with a boat?
A bloke with a boat. Okay? I love the word bloke. It's so very English. And I do hope you can understand my accent, because I have a house in Winthrop, yeah? So I'm from mid-Maine. So here are a few top tips or life lessons for you, the class of 2023, from Noah's Ark. Firstly, don't miss the boat. Seriously, don't miss the boat. It's the people who show up and make the decisions and take charge of situations that are so important. 2, remember that we will always all be in the same boat. No matter from which corner of the world we come from, we all breathe the same air, and we all drink the same water. We live on a small, fragile planet, and it's up to all of us to help preserve it each and every day, because there is no planet B. 3, make sure always that you plan ahead. It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. Imagine what would have happened if he'd have been a procrastinator. 4, stay fit and healthy. When you're 60 years old like Noah, someone may ask you to do something really big. 5, don't listen to critics. Just get on with the job that needs to be done and see it through to a successful conclusion, because someday you could have humankind's future and destiny in your hands. 6, always please build your future on high ground. If ever you are not sure where that is, please remember that there is no moral higher ground than the personal, ethical values that you espouse and stand for. Articulate them clearly by deed and word, and let them be your guide to safety, security, and happiness in future years. 7, the animals entered the ark 2 by 2. For safety's sake, always travel in pairs. You're going to be stronger and more productive as part of a team than you will be on your own. Find your soulmate and always look after each other. 8, Speed is not always an advantage. The snails are on board with the cheetahs. The trick is not how fast you go, but the qualities of resolve, determination, perseverance, and resolution in seeing through everything you start to a successful conclusion. 9, and this is really important, when you're stressed, float a while. Things are going to get crazy in your lives, more so probably than they have been in my own as the world continues to shrink and global problems ripple across continents and oceans and impact everybody. Time for calm reflection, deep thinking, and taking one day at a time will not only get you to your destination, but also ensure sanity when you arrive. 10, remember that the Ark was built by amateurs, the Titanic by professionals. Never let anybody say you can't do anything. The only aristocracy will always be your own mind, and it's yours to do with as you will. Ensure you use your MCI and future educational endeavors for the good of all mankind, and please make a difference in this world. I know you can. 11, finally, no matter the storm, there will always be a rainbow waiting for you. Those are my top tips from Noah. Seniors, from my heart to yours, I hope that you all find your path through the tempest that will undoubtedly lie ahead and navigate your own ships of life always to safe waters and happiness as you graduate and move forward from MCI. And we'll always be here to help you. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite one of our co-valedictorians, Alyssa Ardrey, to the stage for her valedictory address. Alyssa is the daughter of Craig and Annette Ardrey of Pittsfield. She is the recipient of undergraduate awards in Earth and Space Science, Spanish 2, concert choir, PE, chemistry, and AP US History. She also received the Society of Women Engineers Award, the St. Michael's Book Award, the George M. Parks Award, and the College Board Rural and Small Town Recognition Award. Alyssa is a captain of the girls' soccer team, captain of the indoor track team, and captain of the outdoor track team, for which she received the Coaches Award. She is president of Student Council, officer of the National Honor Society, an Alumni Association student ambassador, an active member of Key Club. Alyssa has also been a Girl Scout for over 13 years, receiving the Bronze Award. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Alyssa Ardrey.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out to graduation today to support all of us, the class of 2023. I hope to keep this speech short, as I know we have a lot to do today with graduation, and I know many of you are looking forward to the parties with friends and family afterwards. Today I wish to share some moments that changed my life through high school and to recall some stories from some of my peers about their life-changing moments during their time at MCI. Like many students in my class, when I was applying to colleges, I found myself stuck on my personal essay. I began my attempts to write one during my junior year. It was then I realized I didn't have a life-changing moment that came to the top of my head. There was no moment where the world stopped, no pivotal point where I came out with a better understanding, no aha moment. So throughout my junior year, in preparation for my personal essay, I began trying to collect aha moments, like a small list of memories in my head, moments where I was present, just enjoying life, hoping some great revelation came to me or some overwhelming emotion that I could spill onto the pages. Words that college acceptance counselors would see and say, this is who we want. I hiked mountains, I sat on porches of cabins in the middle of the woods. I went for late night drives with my friends. I even tried sunrise yoga. It was foggy that morning, by the way. Nothing, no revelation about my place in the world or overwhelming feeling of peace. So I wrote my essay anyways. I sent it in, I got my acceptance letter, but the memories I had collected were still there, itching at the back of my head. All of the pivotal moments, the time with friends, the gold scored, the time spent on the dance floor at the snowball. As graduation had rolled around, I, like many others, have looked back at these memories. As I have been looking back through these last few months at my time at MCI, I realize I found my meaningful moments. Although they might have not seemed like it at the time, these experiences shaped me as a person. But it's not just me. For the last 4 years, all of our lives, in one way or another, have revolved around high school. Whether it's where you found your friends, or you competed in a sport, studied, lived. So I've asked a few of my fellow students to take one last trip down memory lane with me, to tell me about their aha moments and the lessons they've learned along the way. For some people, their aha moments was our class. Year after year, we lose the homecoming games. But that never really matters. What matters is the floats, the rides to the fields, the rush of adrenaline as we sprint back and forth through the relays, balloons popping, water spilling. For some of us, what really mattered this year were the hours before homecoming. In the warmth of a dark September night, seniors got together and painted Class of 2023 on the shed out back. With pizza and candy at the ready, we spent hours painting the walls and each other. We danced, threw paint, made shadow puppets. Then again, when Winter Carnival rolled around, our class showed up. It was the hours we put into playing our hearts out, the hot chocolate that filled our stomachs as we tried to battle the cold, and it was cold. The effort we put into the snow sculptures and the memories we made. Even though many of us do not see each other often, or if at all, we still came together and destroyed the other classes in the competitions. I'm making this very clear, juniors. We won. But again, it was the time around the fire after snow sculptures that was the most memorable, laughing and just being kids for one more year. A fellow student of mine told me, if anything, our class taught me, it doesn't matter the outcome. Sometimes the most fun comes from just showing up. For other students, their aha moment came from sports. Sports are such a big part of life at MCI. As MCI's website says, athletics is one of the main pillars of excellence here at MCI. For most students, sports feels like everything. The rush from scoring a goal, the cheering crowd, a sea of colors in the stand. For many players, it's the electric feeling of getting the ball and the moment of pride that comes with scoring. For others, it's the feeling of making the game-winning free throw or crossing the finish line first. For one student on the MCI field hockey team, their biggest moment came from when they won the Class C Northern Championship. That day against Dirigo, the MCI girls fought for their win. The sun was shining as it reflected off the goal like the sparks of energy she felt. The team fought tooth and nail for their victory. Every step of the way, they were pushed back, and every step of the way, they fought to stand their ground. And they came out on top. The player remembers how she looked over the crowd of cheering fans, people screaming with excitement, but none of that mattered. There were only two faces she was searching for in the crowd, her parents. When her eyes met theirs, their proud faces were the only thing of value. She says, "I learned you could do anything if you put your mind to it. We were underestimated, but we won, and we proved them all wrong." For others, friends were the cause for their aha moment. Life can be hard as a high schooler, but friends make the burden of classes more enjoyable. Friends who go to McDonald's at midnight after the snowball, friends who you can push into frigid waters of a pool, and they still stay long into the night, talking and laughing, even as you're both soaking wet. The people we have met are the ones who made life bearable, while sitting at lunch or bored in study hall. Sometimes in high school, friends change and shift. It's hard to find the right people. But then there are friends who walk into your life, make a blanket fort on your couch, eat your food, and refuse to leave. For one student, his memorable moment came when he found a new group of friends who seamlessly incorporated him into their friend group. He knew from the first inside joke that he was truly and completely at home. His aha moment was the first smile cracked at the cafeteria lunch table. It was the time when lounging around doing absolutely nothing but loving every minute of it. When recounting his experience, he says, "I learned the importance of friends who do and will always have my back. When people leave and you're left with no one, Those who take you in are the ones who make you feel like you belong again. You've heard a few meaningful moments from students of the class of MCI, class of 2023, and the wisdom that those experiences have imparted to them. My classmates grew from these times in their lives. Now I hope to leave you with one more story, a story that's personal to me, but I hope will resonate with many of you. Throughout my time here at MCI, it won't come to you as a surprise that I have been very focused on my grades. I spent a good amount of my time, possibly too much, my friends say, doing homework. Yes, I was busy with sports practices, clubs, events as well, but academics were my focus. It wasn't until my senior year that I let myself have a chance to breathe, truly stop and take a deep breath and look around. I found through this year, with the help of my friends and connections with my classmates, that it's okay to take a moment just for yourself, not to please anyone or to do what others want you to do, not just to sleep or eat or put in another hour of practice or studying, not to fill that time with chores or jobs or even family time. Taking time for yourself to appreciate life and to do what makes you happy is essential. It's important to be in the moment and enjoy whatever you're doing without worry about the future. One moment that stands out to me the most comes from the night of a homecoming football game a few years ago. The smell of fireworks and hot dogs still lingered in the air. Me and my friend sat on the ground facing each other in the parking lot, our Letterman jackets pulled tight to keep the frosty air out. For 2 hours, we sat under the stars, leaned against our cars, with only the street lights and each other to keep us company. We talked about school, our lives, our fears, and what we were excited for in the future. I didn't appreciate the moment at the time, because it seemed so little, just any night, right? At the time, I went home, changed in my pajamas, and promptly fell fast asleep. But later, in thinking about those instances in life that had a deeper meaning to me and made me feel warm with love and understanding, I kept coming back to this night. The stories we shared and the deeper connection we made still stick with me, and I hope that they are in her heart, fast and unmovable as they are in mine. I look back on it now and think about how letting myself be vulnerable and take a second to breathe from my busy everyday life let me have one of my favorite memories with my best friend. I hope that each and every one of my classmates have a moment like that from their time here at MCI, and I hope for all of you that you will take time to make a memory like this and that you hold close to your heart. Those were the aha moments from me and my classmates. Finally, the words of wisdom I hope to impart on you, class of 2023, and everyone who's come here to support us. Take the time to relax. Take in the small moments. Although they may seem insignificant at the time, they might just be an aha moment when you look back. They might be a moment that you come to cherish years down the road, the happy times you save up for those rainy days. So I hope moving forward, no matter what path you take in life, you remember to take in the moments. Today, right now, this is our moment. Congratulations, class of 2023, we did it.
Thank you, Alyssa. That was amazing. At this time, I'd like to invite our other co-valedictorian, Tonrang Sak Manawanskakul, for his valedictory address. Tonrang Sak is the son of Sachai and Wachara Manawanskakul of Bangkok, Thailand. He's recipient of undergraduate awards in AP Physics, AP Physics 2, AP Language and Composition, AP Calculus AB, Advanced Anatomy, and much more. He was a Manson Essay finalist and runner-up and is currently a prefect in Manson Hall. Clark participated in track and field his junior year and football his senior year. He's also a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, Model United Nations, Student Ambassadors, and the Calculus Cafe. Tonrang Sak, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, Mom and Dad. Our class of 2023 in many ways has to be one of the most persevering graduating classes the modern days have ever seen. And to justify that statement, I would like to take you down a memory lane, just for a little bit. Not only did our class always lose in the winter carnival, and I'm probably partly responsible for that, we also had to deal with the full-blown damage which COVID had inflicted upon us. As many of you may remember, it was during our freshman year that the pandemic started. Sorry. And if you had thought that months off of school with sports canceled left and right was unusual then, our sophomore year was even more strange and has to be one of the weirdest times in our memories to go to school. With only 2 days on campus, 2 days online, and a day off in the middle of the week on Wednesday, it isn't an experience one can easily forget. We had been forced into positions of hardships and discomfort many times, but at the end of it all, we always made it through and managed to smile. I can't help but remember, even though I don't really want to, when a certain person, the old headmaster, incessantly preached to us on the values of resilience and how we all should have it. Well, intentionally or not, I genuinely think that it is fair to say that we all have become resilient. And with that, I think our graduating class deserves a round of applause. Additionally, let us not forget what makes today even possible in the first place. I would like to show my most sincere gratitude towards all the faculty of this school, the maintenance that make sure our classrooms are clean and that venues, even this one, are always ready for events, the administrative team which operates the school to try to make sure we all have a smooth and pleasant experiences, the cafeteria staff that made us the all-essential foods to power us during the day, the many organizations within our school that contribute to our community, like the Alumni Association, sport coaches that take care of their athletes, the academic consultants, which have always guided us toward achieving our dreams, and last but certainly not least, all the teachers that contribute to our growth and character development. And let us not forget to appreciate those who take care of us at home or even at a homestay. I don't have to state the obvious, but I will anyway, that without these people, none of us would be here. And for that, we thank you all. With all the amazing people that we have contributed to the graduation of our class, I have no doubt in my mind that every member of the class of 2023 will proceed to succeed in life, whatever their definition of success may be. But as a reassurance, I would like to give a little advice to our class. Take an afternoon nap once in a while. Make sure the nap is in a dark room and is long enough that you fall into the deeper stages of sleep. This will allow for your subconscious to create a dream that you can remember. After waking up, make sure to lay still on your bed and look at the ceiling for a while. I find that most of the time, I forget the dream about 10 minutes after waking up. However, in that 10-minute time frame, you may experience a level of self-introspection you may have never before experienced. What you are scared of the most, whether it be the impulse to complete your unfinished task or future uncertainties in one way or another, often materialize and are incorporated into your dreams. Sometimes, taking a deep breath and living in the present can have the effect of allowing you to see yourself more clearly in respect to the things around you. I call this phenomenon the post-nap clarity. Try it for yourself. You might discover a part of yourself you never before knew. Perhaps you can decide on a decision you have been lingering on for a while, or maybe you start to feel guilty about the time wasted napping and start writing your graduation speech. Actually, a lot of people had asked me the week before graduation if I had written my speech, and the one answer I gave to everyone was that I was waiting for the right time to come. Ironically enough, that right time was just a few days ago when I woke up from a nap and thought I didn't have much time left to write it. And so I did. You see, over the past years or so, I have discovered that in many instances, there's no such thing as the right time. To do something, oftentimes the right time to do something is when you decide to do it. And more often than not, the earlier the better. At any given time, we often know what we have to do, whether it be to finish a certain task or as simple as to get out of bed. Procrastination is the biggest enemy I have fought with throughout high school. And so I urge our graduating class to always take action and initiatives. Lastly, I would like to share an anecdote of myself that I believe can encapsulate the state of today's intense emotions surrounding us. About a couple weeks ago, when I had to walk to the cafeteria for dinner, I found the school, for some reasons, unusually beautiful when I opened the door and stepped outside. Perhaps it was because the sun was setting low and light gleaming from the direction of the football field creates a perfect golden orange ray that reflects upon the buildings around campus. Or maybe it was the effects of breeze hitting me, coupling with the aromatic smells from the lilac bush blossoming right outside of the Manson dorm. But whatever it was, it made me want to take the longer route to the cafeteria. And so I walked down the hill toward Wright's gym and the football field as opposed to taking the shorter route behind Founders Hall. It wasn't until about halfway down the road that I realized a simple discovery I had made. I couldn't help but find myself trying to savor and memorize the scenery I was looking at, and that my impulse to do so was nothing short of a signaling cue indicating that my days here as a student were numbered. However, in reality, our days here at school have been numbered since the first day we stepped foot on this campus. Whether that first time was in middle school when you came over to watch a Friday football game and throw balls on the practice field with your friends, when you first did your campus visit, when you came to the orientation day as a freshman, when you arrived your first day on campus to join us as a senior, or even when you come to do your postgrad program. The significance of today, commencement day, among many others, like the beautiful scenery of the school that I had seen, is to signal us that our parting times are getting closer and closer. Very close, perhaps, that it might just be today. Eventually, we all go our different paths, and although some lucky few might be able to align their future plans with their friends, I doubt that the experience will ever be the same again. Many of us will go off to community colleges and universities all across Maine, some across the country, some across the hemispheres. Many of us will join the workforce and trades all across Maine, some across the country, some across the oceans. A few of us will join the military to serve the countries, God bless them, and some of us will take gap years to get ready for whatever the next chapter in life may be. Whatever path the members of our graduating class chooses, in one way or another, and to some extent, we will walk in separate directions and have to leave something beautiful behind. However gloomy this may sound, it is nothing short but for the best. We all know what is best for us and choose to pursue it. And even if we don't, we work on it. We all know deep down that the end of our time together is coming, but that never stopped us from having fun. We are resilient, and most distinctive of all, we are humans. There was a Wednesday afternoon in my time at MCI when I woke up after a couple of hours of nap. As you can tell, I like napping. Staring blankly into the dotted white ceiling tiles of my dorm room, which almost resembles the night sky if it was during the day, and couldn't help but be reminded of the dream I just had. The dream somewhat explores the inner fear within me, the mysterious uncertainty which our futures hold. In that dream, I see myself becoming the person I don't want to be, while everyone around me goes on to pursue their life goals, whatever they may be. To be honest, I'm an extremely apprehensive and anxious individual, and to have known that I don't even know what I would do after high school scares and concerns me. Nonetheless, a math exam, I know I'm a nerd, which I had prepared for the entire year wasn't just a single week, and knowing that I had a lot of work to do before I am prepared for the exam, I exerted my muscles against the Earth's gravity in addition to the many other forces pulling me down, and finally got out of bed. Thanks to a certain teacher that, despite not having any responsibility to, puts tremendous amount of effort into helping me through a process and always letting me know that I can make it, I found within me an energy just enough to complete the task and get me through the day. This, coupled with the fact that I had a more immediate priority to attend to, I was able to get out of bed and do something. There's a quote which I really like, said by a Vietnam War veteran, that goes something like this: "We often suffer more in our imagination than in reality." Self-introspection is important once in a while to measure where we are in terms of what and who we want to be. But what is even more important is to know how to live in the present. Take life as it comes. Be resilient, get out of bed, and do what you have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, to finish my address, I would like to share with you all one last quote that has stuck with me since the beginning of our end, the first few months of our senior year. To quote Mr. Bertrand Alex, "All great things must come to an end. If it happens all the time, it would just be the norm. And despite our time in high school having been like a never-ending nightmare, this is the end. And I hope that it is in some aspects special to you all. Thank you everyone for being here with us on this special day, and congratulations, class of 2023.
Super job, Tom Rangsak. Thank you so very much. I must spend more time napping. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with very great pleasure that I'd like to welcome back to Maine Central Institute the Masters Cup recipient and valedictorian of the class of 1969, Mr. Gregory J. Patterson, as our 2023 commencement speaker. And steady. As a kid, Greg spent Pittsfield summers working with Blake Bartlett at a cemetery down on Potoma Avenue, was the president of the school key club, a Manson essayist runner-up, a 3-season student athlete for all 4 MCI school years, where he captained both the football and baseball teams in his senior year and was his class president in both the 11th and 12th grade. After graduating from MCI, Greg chose Colgate for his undergraduate studies, where he majored in British Imperial History, a superb choice, if I may say so, and spent his senior year in London doing research, a city he returned to after graduation, whereupon, in his own words, he worked for a year as an illegal alien, returned to the States, motorcycled to Los Angeles, ran out of money, got into the country club business as a busboy, discovered that he really loved it and hospitality, rose through the ranks, returned to graduate school for a Master's of Business Administration at Cornell, where he met his wife and soulmate, Elaine, who I had the great pleasure of meeting yesterday and is in the audience. And then moved back to Los Angeles, became general manager of the prestigious beach club in Santa Monica for 33 years, taught 14 years on the side as a hugely enthusiastic undergraduate college professor at both Cal Poly Pomona and UNLV, and began a speaking and writing business, the Reflective Experience, and got deeply involved in Club Management Association of America. Greg's grandfather graduated from MCI in 1918 and his mother Alice in 1948. His 2 brothers are also MCI graduates, Pat in 1968 and Eddie in 1974. Greg himself was inducted into MCI's Hall of Fame at reunion in 2001 and altruistically served as an MCI trustee for many, many years. Now, technically, Greg retired in 2016, but as you can probably guess, not really. For he remains a voracious reader, author, explorer, cyclist, and pilot, who since 2016, and somewhat akin, from what I can tell, to the Energizer Bunny, has devoted even more time to writing and speaking and still travels throughout Asia, Europe, South America, North America, presenting to a variety of institutions and businesses. Greg and Elaine are generous benefactors to MCI, and the top floor of the Chuck and Helen Chinquette Math and Science Center is named for them. Imbued with a philosophy of hard work, personal accountability and responsibility, and a singular belief in the power of education to transform lives, it is my distinct pleasure to thank Greg once again for crossing the country to be with us today to address the MCI class of 2023. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. He gave away about 30% of my speech, so thank you, David. I appreciate that. Parents, friends, faculty, staff, students, and graduates, I'm happy beyond happy to be with you today to celebrate you and to celebrate MCI for helping you become the you that's graduating today. I'm a child of Pittsfield, a graduate of MCI, and I've been exploring life's possibilities since graduation, way back in 1969. Most of these kids could be my grandchildren right now. Great pleasure. Mike could be my son. That's okay. Pittsfield and MCI laid the foundation for the exploring and the adventuring that enlarged and enriched my life. Pittsfield is an enormous part of who I am. I grew up on Heartland. Anybody here from Heartland Avenue? Live on Heartland? Right on. $200 to that person right out there. I grew up on Heartland Avenue, walked each day to MCI, and walked home for lunch, as a matter of fact. We weren't able to go into the cafeteria at the time. Played Little League Baseball on Legs Diamond. How many of you played Little League Baseball on Legs Diamond? Right on. I swam in the Manson Park pool. How many of you have done that? How many of you remember in the old days they had drained the pool on Sunday, and on Monday you had to jump in this pool and it's about 40 degrees water? Anybody remember that? Yes, indeed. I bicycled to the library, worked as a newspaper boy, lawnmower, gravedigger for 8 years in the Pittsfield Public Cemetery with Blake Bartlett. Thank you. And Little League umpire. I made $5 a night for umpiring Little League until it got dark. You had to play, and they never finished the games. And I returned to Pittsfield every year since I graduated in 1969 to visit home, to serve as a trustee here at MCI, and to reconnect with the town, the people, and its library. Pittsfield is one of the bricks in the foundation of my life. MCI is another of those. I call them foundational bricks. My family is an MCI family. My grandfather Shaw graduated in the early 1900s. My mother, Alice, graduated in the class of 48. Are there any class of 48 people here? There aren't many of you left. My older brother, Pat, in the class of 1968. My younger brother, Eddie, in the class of 1974. And me in the class of 1969. I loved the school from the moment I stepped on campus. The ivy-covered walls, the light-filled classrooms, the coat and tie that we were required to wear back then. Was anybody at MCI when you had to wear a coat and tie? I loved it. That's all I can tell you, right? The energized teacher, the challenging courses, the sports, and the history that oozed out of the buildings and grounds, all combined to affirm the value of education and the power of education to enlarge and enrich my life. In the very first week on campus, I learned that education was a very big deal. The first step in the long and energizing journey into the future. MCI is another brick in the foundation of my life. Journeying and exploring, accepting uncertainty and risk are tools that I've used to become who I am. After graduating from MCI, I went to Colgate University, majored in history, British Imperial history, and I didn't even know David at the time. It's unfortunate I didn't. Actually, when I'm in his office and we're talking, it's usually history we talk about, right? Love it dearly. Spent a year doing research in London. You know what it taught me, ladies and gentlemen? I wasn't built to be a research person in history, right? I graduated, decided that a PhD in history was an uninspiring alternative to exploration and adventure. And Clark, right here, you are taking a gap year. Is that not true? What did I tell him? I told him to live the Hemingway, to live a life of adventure and uncertainty. Anyway, I'm hoping that you do that. I'll meet you over there. We'll bicycle to Luang Prabang. Okay. So I tossed comfort and security aside. I dug a few graves that summer, saved a few bucks, returned to London, worked as an undocumented word. I was going to say illegal alien, but I was told by Michael right here that I shouldn't say that. Returned to the States, bought a cheapo motorcycle here in Pittsfield, $50. It was a 305 Honda Super Hawk. Rebuilt it, motored to Los Angeles, ran out of money. Worked as a security guard at the Hillcrest Country Club, and I thought it was a howl, right? Because I was living the life of adventure. What great fun. And obviously I could tell nobody I grew up with, I'm a security guard and I'm loving it. What fun I'm having. I became a busboy at the Bel Air Country Club because they said they would feed me every day. Anybody work in the hospitality business, restaurant? The best thing about it is they feed you. Is that not true? I love it, right? I was hungry for adventure. I fell in love with hospitality, decided that the country club business was the business for me. I rose through the ranks at Bel Air, became a waiter, wine steward, maitre d', Then I left Bel Air for a master's degree at Cornell, where I met my wife, the queen of love, Elena, right over there. On the 4th floor of Cascadilla Hall. I won't go into those stories right now. These are young people, right? Sorry, Elena, had to do it. Returned to Los Angeles, became the general manager of the Beach Club, became a part-time adjunct professor. Now, what is an adjunct professor? You're teaching all the courses. You make 50% of what a regular professor makes. But anyway, that was fun. At Cal Poly Pomona, started writing for publication, began a speaking business, retired after 34 years as general manager of the Beach Club, and I'm continuing my journeying and my exploring in part-time retirement because I'm writing more, speaking more, journeying more, and mentoring young people more, and enjoying life now more than ever before. I love my years in Pittsfield and at MCI, and I have a deep and profound emotion for the town, the people, and the school. Together they gave me, this is my word, the oomph I needed to begin the journeying that helped me become who I now am. And now I'm here at MCI on the very same stage I spoke on 54 years ago as valedictorian, and I can't remember a thing that I said at that time. That's how forgettable whatever I said was. And first of all, give our valedictorians a hand here, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous. I listened to what these two people have done. I want to hide. I didn't deserve to be valedictorian after what I've heard. You guys were outstanding, right? Celebrating you for what you've achieved, that's all of you have achieved, for committing yourself to the MCI journey, for studying lots, for taking the test, writing the papers, and burning the midnight oil. Hopefully you're studying at midnight. I'm celebrating you for your resilience. You were challenged by the coursework, challenged by the pressure, challenged by the time. You were challenged by the virus, challenged by the courses you took. I'm celebrating you for your curiosity. You've explored the spectrum of opportunity, inside and outside the classroom. You've asked questions, seen things you knew nothing about, dug deeper into things you thought you knew, tried stuff that was way outside your comfort zone, pursued things you never considered chasing. Graduation is a time of celebration. I'm celebrating you graduates for your eagerness to throw yourself out there into the post-graduation world, to continue your education, to experience a multiplicity of different things, to work and to play and to taste the adventure. That is life. I'm celebrating all you parents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and friends for supporting your graduating seniors in their long, difficult, and rewarding journey through their years at MCI. Your encouragement of and enthusiasm for and commitment to education helped make your graduate's high school journey happen. I'm celebrating MCI for what it gave you. It gave you the curiosity to seek the what, the why, the where, and the how of people, places, processes, and things. For giving you the eyes to see possibilities in life. Possibilities in life. For giving you the tools to do what needs doing to make those possibilities happen. I'm so proud of each of you, so proud of those who've supported your high school adventure, so proud of MCI. It's been a long and difficult slog for all of you from freshman year to graduation. You've committed the time and the effort to the MCI journey. You've worked hard and done well, and your reward is access to the post-graduation adventure. Life is an adventure. It is a journey that's filled with risk and uncertainty. It is filled with the great unknown. There are no straight lines, no easy answers, no roadmap for this thing we call life. You'll start here, you'll go there, and you'll end up someplace else. I am an example of that. You'll be searching for you and your definition of the good life. Confused, uncertain, challenged, but buzzed by the wonder of it all. Each of you graduates is feeling the excitement, knowing the great journey is about to begin. A future filled with mystery and opportunity, risk and reward, filled with the buzz of discovery, the buzz of reflection, the buzz of connecting with interesting people, going to interesting places, and having interesting jobs, and the buzz for the MCI connection. I graduated from MCI and journeyed away from the safety of home and family, of friends and community. I tried this and that. I touched the stove. I felt the heat. I got burned, but I learned. And just like you're about to do, what a buzz. MCI became and remains a huge part of my life adventure, has become and will forever be a huge part of your life adventure. MCI has become the foundation you'll need and you'll use to enlarge and enrich your life. To get the most out of your life adventure, you will need a few tools. Consider these principles, these should-dos. Consider this like a template, a report card that I will use for each of you 10 years from now when we gather together here, beer in hand, which you'll be old enough to do. These principles are the distillate of my journeying and my exploring since graduating from MCI way back in 1969. First of all, embrace uncertainty. Accept the fact that there are no straight lines in life. There ain't no roadmaps to get us from here to there. You'll go sideways, you'll go up and down and all around. It'll be an adventure filled with risk and uncertainty. Enjoy the journey and the exploration because life is all about the journey. Remember, life is process, not end. It's about the journey. Be positive and see wonderful wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're with. When I went to Los Angeles, I was a security guard and a busboy. Believe me, my education didn't drive me in that direction, but I saw wonderful wherever I was. Never forget, life is neutral. How you see the life experience is everything. Choose, because you can choose to see wonderful. Be curious, because curiosity is nature's original school of education. Curiosity is the most powerful engine of learning, insight, and the good life. Look under the rocks. Ask questions about people, places, things, and ideas. And remember that in your personal and professional life, you will be judged by the questions you ask. Reflect lots. Experience is your greatest teacher. Touch the stove, burn and learn. Ponder on what you've done. Talk to others. Take notes, write a diary, review the day, find insights. Go deep into your life experience early and often. Get exposed to lots of people, places, jobs, and entertainments. Don't lock yourself into the known and the comfortable. Don't lock yourself into the known and the comfortable. Get out, reach out, and get experience in all the possibilities that exist. Develop and amplify your people skills. Become a master of conversation. Become engaging, entertaining, and a reach out and talk to others type of personality. And while connecting with others, empathize with people you meet. Be kind and show compassion. Create a people network. This is critical for all of you. I like to say you will be judged by the friends you keep. You will be judged by the network you create. Identify and connect with good people. Find mentors, people who give you advice and insight and will ask you the right questions that will help guide you in making the decisions that you will have to make. Not your mother, not your father, brother, sister. You will have to make decisions, but find mentors who can give you advice and insight. Ponder their thoughts. Inventory their insights. Use the knowledge their experience and insights have given you. Keep in touch with your teachers. I have to emphasize this. Keep in touch with their teachers. They care about you. Your graduating fees. Keep in touch with your peers, your friends, the people who are leaving today. This will be the last time that you are together as a class. I guarantee it. The fact is, you want to keep connection. Do the reach. Don't wait for it to happen. Reach out. Generate those relationships. That's your job, right? Don't wait. Do. And the staff, managers, supervisors, that the jobs you worked at, are working at, or will work at. Blake Bartlett, not only did he run the cemetery when I was here, but he was my undergraduate, my MCI teacher in Russian history, which I happen to love, and also my senior English teacher. I've never lost contact with Blake, a huge and powerful part of my life, because we would be at the cemetery, and we'd take a little rest after having dug graves and mowed lawns, and we would talk. He became a powerful influence on me because he gave me advice and insight into this great journey, which I call life. Fabulous. People are your library. Every person you meet is a book. Your job is to take those people books off the shelf and read. This is fundamental. Work hard. The journey ain't easy. Hard work is the foundation of success, nose to the grindstone. Show enthusiasm for what you're doing and commit the time and the energy needed to complete the job and to do that job right. Now, dare to be different. Find your distinguishers. Each of you has them. Find your distinguishers. Do you, because each of you is different, and each of you have gifts that are unique to you. Hone those gifts and then let the world know that you are good. Become more interesting. This is a huge one. Become more interesting because people are drawn to interesting people. People want to work with and for interesting people. Boost your IQ. IQ for me is your interesting quotient. Read lots widely. Reflect lots often. Travel lots to lots of different places. We talk about Thailand, Bangkok. We can have some fun. It's a little too hot for me, but that's okay. Write lots reflectively and talk to lots of interesting people lots. Accept responsibility. You've got control. You're not a victim. This is a big thing. I repeat, you are not a victim. Take control. Develop a can-do mindset. Accept that doing good is up to you. Think healthy and live healthy. Eat right, sleep right, exercise right, stay healthy. Without your good health, things will be a lot less exciting, less engaging, and lots tougher. Be persistent and resilient. And I don't have to tell you people who survived COVID that to be persistent and resilient, you've shown that you are and can be. You are graduating after 3 years of COVID madness has changed your lives. You're going to be knocked down, roadblocked, diverted. You won't get the job. You'll be passed over for promotion. You'll get sidelined by an injury. Expect issues and complications. Toughen up. Get leathery. Your life, a life of adventure, that is with risk and uncertainty, will require persistence and resilience. Identify things that you love doing and find time to do those things lots. Connecting with family, meeting friends, playing basketball, playing video games, reading books, watching movies. I don't care what it is. Whatever gives you the buzz, find time and do it lots. One of the classic things, I'm in the golf business. So many club managers become golf club managers, because they love golf. So I asked them, how many times have you played golf in the last month? Well, I haven't, right? Don't let your life pass away. Life is short. It will be gone before you know it. Fill your life with things that you love doing. And one of the tragedies, because I often ask new employees, what do you love doing? Because I want to talk to you about the things you love doing. And they say, oh, I don't know. Know what your loves are. Put them on your sleeve. Let others see those. Engage with others using those loves. Find the time for those loves and do it lots. Have dreams and schedule their doing. Dreams are about the future. Later today, later this week, later this month, or later this year. My wife Elaine and I plan our future a year in advance. We love to travel. And if you put it in your calendar, travel will happen. If you want to play golf, it will happen. Put it in that book. Have dreams and schedule their doing, right? Dreams inspire the present. Dreams guide the doing. People who have no dreams, that have no vision of the future, are less filled as individuals than those who have those dreams and live those dreams. Those dreams guide the doing and make you feel good. Always have dreams and figure out what needs doing to make those dreams happy. If we had the time, I'd like to make this into a 7-hour seminar talking about that very thing. Each of you are responsible for making your life into that special life that you want to live. But you gotta know what that life is. Right? Commit to endless education. Learning never stops. The world changes. New insights are needed, and there's no better way to enlarge and enrich your life than a commitment to never-ending education. Then you've got to see the world deeply. You've got to go beneath the surface, do the iceberg. And I'll give you my example. I thought I knew MCI until I was on the Board of Trustees. Only then do you come to understand the iceberg that's beneath what you see. You may see Founders Hall, what a beautiful building. You ought to see what went into making that Founders Hall the beautiful building it is. That iceberg made being on the Board of Trustees exciting for me. So your job is to go beneath the surface, explore the why and the what and the how beneath what is. Then follow your itch. You're young. Try lots of stuff. Again, I salute you, Clark. Clark, I can't pronounce your name in Thai, but Clark I can pronounce. Clark is going to take a year. He's going to throw himself into the world. Uncertainty and risk is what it is. He's going to live the Hemingway. I salute you, dude. That's all I can tell you. Your parents might not like me saying that, but you're young. Try lots of stuff. You'll feel what's right and what's wrong for you. Follow your itch and keep exploring until the itch subsides and happiness arrives. Live a life that'll be an example to others. Become an ambassador. Become an ambassador for the values and the America you believe in. That is your job, to become the ambassador for the values and the America you believe in. And lastly, stay connected with MCI, because the faculty, your friends, your classroom experience, your victories and defeats, the conversations you've had and the challenges you faced, listening to you was brilliant. I loved it. Because what it is, every moment is special if you see it the right day. That's what you were really saying. These were special moments. Now you might say, oh, you just won a football game or whatever it was. No, I saw beneath the surface. I saw the glory in what was. That was really cool. Anyway, I like that. Right? And the challenge of it had prepared you to start the journey, to begin your exploration, to experience the adventure, and to embrace all those postgraduate opportunities you are about to encounter. Each of you is about to begin the great adventure. Decades of exploration, decades of uncertainty and risk. Feel the excitement, feel the buzz. Graduation opens the door to new horizons, new opportunities, new risks, new rewards, new opportunities to explore and experience. MCI gave you the foundation you'll need to do good, has prepared you for the great unknown. I love it. I ask people, what are you going to be when you grow up? They never become that. Because you know what you find out? There are other opportunities you weren't even aware of. So exciting. MCI has prepared you for that great unknown and has given you the eyes to see the opportunities that'll enlarge and enrich your life. What is luck? Everybody says, what is luck? Luck is preparation meeting opportunity, and you're responsible for both these. What is preparation? That's what school is about. Opportunity is what you're doing when you seek, right? When you go out there and say, oh, I should try this, I should try that. Those things will enlarge and enrich your life journey. You'll soon be official graduates on a mission to live life to the fullest, to absorb all the richness and joy that's out there on the horizon. The world needs and is desperate for what you graduates can deliver. You're prepared. You've got the tools. Seek out the opportunities. What a buzz. So thank MCI. Thank your loved ones. Thank your family and friends. Celebrate graduation. Think positive. Stay energized. Start exploring. Seek out opportunities and let the adventure begin. Thank you very much.
I did say Energizer Bunny. Thank you so much. Of course, it's really hard to follow Greg. I'm going to do my best, though, okay? I'm going to need a couple of chairs out here.
Bob.
And while I've got Bob and Ken out here, I just want to give you a vote of appreciation because so much of what happens today and throughout this week is because of our maintenance team. They deserve a round of applause. Faculty chairs. Maine Central Institute awards 2 faculty chairs to deserving individuals each year at graduation. These chairs recognize not just longevity of service to the school, but exceptional love and loyalty towards MCI, often accompanied by personal sacrifice, or in Winston Churchill's words, blood, sweat, and tears. The 2 faculty chairs are named after 2 very special teachers, Roderick Smith and Norbert W. Young, Sr. Both were master teachers who each taught from the early 1940s to the 1970s, 4 decades. Roderick Smith taught biology, while Norbert Young Sr. taught industrial arts. The Faculty and Staff Award Committee this year selected Mr. John Dean and Miss Natalia Getman. Would John and Natalia please come to the stage and get comfortable in your chairs? Make yourself comfortable. Please sit. Take in the adoration. It's well deserved, I can tell you. The Roderick L. Smith Chair. For the past 19 years, Mr. John Dean has served the school and its students in a variety of capacities, yet with a consistent approach in every role. John is known to be fair, even-tempered, caring, and fun, whether it be in the classroom, on the athletic fields, or in his office. John began his career at MCI in 2004 as a member of the math department, before later becoming the Director of Student Affairs. He's coached the MCI baseball team and is currently the boys' soccer head coach and assistant girls' softball coach. John occasionally also teaches a class in personal finance when needed. However, most of his time is now spent on those tasks associated with his brand new role as Dean of Student Life, which includes the mission-critical task of looking after our board and student residential program, and of course, acting as our sheriff by handling attendance and disciplinary issues. Now, occasionally, and it is very occasionally, MCI, students do get into trouble. And sometimes they can be defensive or even somewhat argumentative. Yet I know that John handles every situation with a calm demeanor. He is compassionate and he diffuses while being consistent and fair. Quite simply, Mr. John Dean cares about students first and foremost and is one of the most visible and ever-present personalities here on our campus. He loves fun. John loves to celebrate. He celebrates holidays, he celebrates important dates, he celebrates the accomplishments of students and staff alike. You've just got to drive by the Shorey House on Main Street whenever there's a holiday, and you know what I mean. I live opposite, and the 3,000 people that went to John's house for Halloween then came to mine for candy. I was sat out there for 6 hours because John lives opposite. He is absolutely incredible. He lights up his heart and his house with decorations, adornments for everybody to enjoy. Themed dinners, he dresses up in character, he hands out goodies. It's just really remarkable. He's in a role which often requires him to hand out tough consequences to students for poor choices. But his fun side strikes the perfect balance between humanity and good order. And everybody in the school knows that John is always there to support and assist anybody in our community. From a personal perspective, I would add that for John, the glass is always half full and never empty. He sees the potential in all students. His attitude is positive every single day. He solves problems. He is insightful and he is wise. And he is completely selfless. We are all fortunate to have John Dean here at MCI, and he has been awarded the Roderick L. Smith Chair for his years of dedicated service and total commitment to MCI. The Norbert W. Young Senior Chair. When I talk about peaks of excellence at MCI, there is no higher pinnacle than the sheer brilliance and beauty of the performances of the Bossoff Ballet Theatre. They say that quality never goes out of fashion, and the fact that the BBT is able to achieve such exquisite and delightful performances is due entirely to the skill, commitment, ceaseless energy, dedication, passion, and above all, the demanding professionalism of Natalia Getman. This award is given in honor of Norbert W. Young Sr., a master teacher in the industrial arts in every way. Natalia is a true descendant of this ethos of excellence, who through an unceasing focus on discipline, teamwork, and a can-do attitude is able to extract from her students an almost faith-based belief in constant artistic growth, understanding, and personal fitness. To say that Natalia's students love and adore her is a huge understatement. They all do so without hesitation. And the fact that she holds them all to such very high standards simply deepens that love and trust, because they all know that while she expects 100% effort all of the time, she genuinely believes in each and every one of them and will not let them, either figuratively or literally, fall or fail. In this last year, I've seen every ballet performance that the BBT has presented. And after each and every one of them, Natalia could have asked me for anything, and I would have said yes in a heartbeat. Such is the incredible brilliance and mesmerizing impact of each and every rendition of such classics as the Nutcracker, Giselle, Carmen, as well as original compositions directly from Natalia's own incredible creative energy, such as the recent Within a Tear. MCI is truly blessed by Natalia's mentorship and leadership of the Bossoff Ballet Theatre. Natalia, for all that you do for MCI, thank you, and many, many congratulations on receiving the Norbert W. Young Senior Chair. You're good to go for another 20 years each. I will now proceed with the presentation of awards and trophies, a description of which can be found in the Scholarship and Awards book. And I would ask Mr. Giolombardo and Mr. Dean to return to the stage to assist me. Will the following students please join us on the stage? Emma Burr, Janessa Foster, Drew Steves. The Sanger Cook Track Award, this is presented to Emma Burr. And I want to congratulate Emma on winning state championships yesterday in the 200-meter dash, 300-meter hurdles, and 100-meter hurdles. Congratulations. While Emma was doing that, she broke 2 state time records. The Malika Russell Field Hockey Award is presented to Janessa Foster. The Mark Porter Memorial Award is presented to Drew Steves. Emma, if I could ask you to stay on the stage, Janessa and Drew, you may be seated. Will the following students please join Emma? Ella Bernier, Zane Dean, Kyle Hall, and Hannah Robinson. The John Slagle Soccer Awards is presented to Emma Burr and Zane Dean. The Ivor Craignell Softball Award is presented to Hannah Robinson. The Roderick Smith Basketball Awards to Ella Bernier and Kyle Hall. Hannah, Kyle, and Zane, please remain on the stage. Ella and Emma, you may return to your seats. Will Alyssa Ardrey and Braden Kennedy please join us on stage? The Dale McDonald Baseball Award is presented to Braden Kennedy. The Gary S. Dupill Sportsmanship Awards is presented to Alyssa Ardrey and Zane Dean. And the MCI Coaches Awards is presented to Hannah Robinson and Kyle Hall. You may all return to your seats. Will Emma Burr and Braden Fitz please join me on the stage? The MCI Athletes of the Year Awards is presented to Emma Burr and Braden Fitz. Congratulations. Will the following students please come up? Riley Nelson, Delana Nichols, Jung Hyung Min, Marta Weinstein. The Ruth Plummer Cook Music Award is presented to Marta Weinstein. MCI Drama Awards are presented to Delaney Nichols and Riley Nelson. And MCI's Dean's Award to Jeong Hyung Min. You may return to your seats. If the following students could join us, Tong Rang Sak Mangwonskakul and Hannah Robinson. Poor Leg Physics Award is presented to Tong Rang Sak Madawanskakul. The Frank T. Heseltine Biology Award is presented to Hannah Robinson. The Jill Quint English Award is presented to Tong Rang Sak Madawanskakul. Can I just add that with regard to this English award, please remember that Clark has done all of this in a second language. And the MCI Mathematics Award is also given to Tonrang Sak Manawanskakul. Please return to your seats. If the following students could join us: Kyle Hall, Olivia Smith, Riley Nelson. The Betty Weber Human Development Award is presented to Kyle Hall. The John Slagle Humanities Award is presented to Olivia Smith and Kyle Hall. And the Rosalie Williams Speaking Award is presented to Riley Nelson. You may return to your seats. If the following students could come to the stage, please: Alyssa Ardrey, Janessa Foster, and Ava Smith. The MCI Senior Class Co-President's Gavel Award is presented to Janessa Foster and Ava Smith. The MCI Student Council President's Gavel Award is presented to Alyssa Ardrey. Alyssa, please stay. If Janessa and Ava may return to your seats, please. Sorry, my slip. Alyssa, you may return to your seat as well. Okay, that was the glitch, okay? Could the following students please come forward? Carter Berber. Yeah. The Margaret Witham Challenge Cup, named in honor of Margaret Witham, teacher, guidance counselor, and alumni director, who during her long and distinguished career at MCI successfully counseled students to realize their potential and accept the responsibilities that adulthood brings. The administration of MCI has chosen to honor that senior who best demonstrates the ideal of setting high goals and challenging himself or herself to achieve them. This year's Challenge Cup is awarded to Carter Berber. Could Hannah Robinson please come to the podium? The Salutatorium Award is given to Hannah Robinson. Could Alyssa Ardrey and Tom Grandsack, Madawaska, please come forward? George M. Parks Awards. The awards that follow acclaim the achievement of academic excellence. These scholars are critical thinkers, problem solvers, and great communicators who have the courage and self-esteem to challenge themselves with academic programming at the highest level that MCI has to offer. And it's with profound respect for each individual that MCI honors their scholarship today. The Valedictorian Awards. Alyssa Ardrey and Tom Wangsak, Madawaska. Please return to your seats. Could I ask Olivia Smith to come to the podium, please? The Faculty and Masters Cup were awards that were established to represent the highest honor Maine Central Institute faculty can bestow on a senior girl or boy. They pay tribute to the two seniors who, in the opinion of the faculty, best represent the highest ideal of the school through a combination of excellence in academic diligence, character, leadership, involvement in school activities, and school spirit. The Faculty Cup, the class of 2023 has known Olivia Smith to be the person that is a friend to everyone, whether it's helping others in class, befriending someone to be partners within PE or on a group project, making her way around the dance floor, being a listener and confident, or providing humor and positivity at the perfect time. Olivia is full of character, creativity, and care that uplifts us all. Her teachers know her as one to always answer an email. And I can tell you this morning I sent a note to all the students in the school that we were going to be inside. One student responded. It was Olivia. We also know her as one to try as many classes as she can possibly take, to grow in her knowledge and depth in a multitude of disciplines. Her academic integrity is unchallengeable. Thank you, Olivia, for your academic curiosity and quiet leadership. Congratulations on being nominated as the recipient of the Faculty Cup for the class of 2023. step forward, please? The Masters Cup. Tun Rang Sak, where do we start? I suppose we start when he first arrived on campus and as introverted, pragmatic, quiet student, following the graduation of his older brother. Tun Rang Sak's growth, leadership, and academic charisma over the past 4 years has delighted us all. He came to MCI to pursue 4 years of an international and academically rigorous experience, and he has proudly taken full advantage of all the opportunities that MCI has to offer. Through the years, he has broken through his stoic shell to share his sense of humor, his pursuit of knowledge, his care for the entire MCI community, and his courage to try new experiences and make new friendships, including American football. Thank you, Tun Rang Sak, for your leadership in our school, and congratulations on your successes. You are the recipient of the Masters Cup for the class of 2023. I'd now like to introduce to you, and thank you, Scott, and John for your help. John? Or was it just you? Yeah, just me. Okay, we're good. Thanks, John. About turn, quick march. Squad halt. I'd now like to introduce MCI's Board of Trustees President, Mr. Michael Dow, class of 1984, and the senior class advisors, Mr. Glenn Chase and Mr. Jacob Geary. Glenn and Jacob have shepherded the class of 23 through their MCI experience, and we're profoundly grateful for everything that they have done for this class. It's now time for that event we've all been looking forward to, and the result of hard work over many years by our seniors with the support of their families, their friends, the teachers and the staff, the awarding of diplomas to each member of the class of 2023.
Riley Xavier Nelson.
Olivia Elizabeth Smith.
Robin L. R. Albert.
Trinity Ann Levitt.
Mauro Suarez Alonso.
going to give you $100 for the delay.
Mateusz Dariusz Wojewski.
Trevor Allen Bassford.
Connor Thomas Marquis.
Noah James Beauregard.
Peter Mikovic.
Ella R. Bernier.
David Milashinovic.
Skylar A. Brand.
Theron Zane Miller.
Carter Andrew Buber.
Sunghyun Min.
Emma G. Burr.
Hunho Moon.
Jeremy Vincent Collmore.
Manzi Marcus Mugangala.
Sebastian William Sear.
Joseph Emery Nevels.
Zane Daniel Dean.
Todd Ganji.
Wyatt Henry DeGrasse.
Hien Van Nguyen.
Isabel Delgado Olmo.
Delaney Dale Nichols.
Dakota L. DeRozier.
Michaela Ray Pooley.
Brenna May Doolin.
Alexis Ray Richard.
Spencer Franklin Dyer.
Hannah Ellen Robinson.
Braden Gerald Fitz.
Hannah Marie Rodriguez.
Ori Anthony Flood.
David Allen Rogers.
Janessa Lynn Foster.
Gavin David Rogers.
Gavin J. Galway.
Evan Christopher Rowell.
Henry Alessandro Galvez Lopez.
Aaron Richard Sachs.
Kyle Benjamin Hall.
Ava Donovan Smith.
Jaden Isaiah Harris.
Michael Allen Spencer.
Caden Christopher Hartline.
Drew Malcolm Steves.
Wusong Zhang.
Jersey Jewel Thompson.
Morgan Elizabeth Jensen.
Hugh Voduk Tran.
Tyler Michael Judd.
Hongyu Wang.
Addison Marie Kemp Webb.
Marta Dulce Weinstein.
Braden Eric Kennedy.
Sijen Wu.
Morrow, Suarez, Alonso.
Tongrung Sak, Clark, Madawansickel.
Alyssa Zoe Ardrey.
Valedictorians, can you please lead your classmates in switching of their tassels from right to left?
Congratulations, class of 2023.
You may switch your tassel from right side to the left side.
Congratulations. Thank you for attending today's commencement ceremony. Can I ask you to please stand for the singing of the school song, the words to which can be found in your program? Could I have David and Marta join me on stage to help lead us in singing this song? Following the song, can I request that you all please remain standing as the faculty and staff lead the recessional, which will close our ceremony.